You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows like the one you're about to enjoy, visit electronicmediacollective.com. And now, our feature presentation.
How do you do, buckaroos, and welcome to Comics My Kids Podcast, the official podcast for the comicscornerbox.blogspot.com. I'm your host, Matt D. And with me today is
Logan D.
And Melody D.
Today, we're stepping out of the norm and doing our year-end review. So tonight, we'll be talking about our favorite books of the year.
Yep, so listeners, this will be a bit of a recap, but we really like these books and we really want these stories to be read.
Kick back, relax, and enjoy the next 15 minutes of the best comics with my kids of 2023. Now, let's keep this up with Melody. What was your favorite book?
My favorite book was Coraline. And the reason for this is because I really liked how it was a story about mystical creatures and this girl who was kind of like discovering them. She was like a detective discovering them.
What were the different magical creatures in Sourceline?
The different creatures were like pixies, which are really tiny fairies. They once mentioned a unicorn, also a little dragon, an omen, which is a different animal you wouldn't normally hear about. It's a mix between a fox and a reindeer because it had the body of a fox, but with the antlers of a reindeer and some mystical tail that's not fox or reindeer like.
Is it white?
No.
What attracted you most about this graphic novel, Melody?
You showed it to me. And then I saw the cover, and it had this real cute animal on it because it was the omen on there, and I thought it was so cute. And they had all kinds of different animals on there that it doesn't really say the name of them.
Okay.
But there was one with it's like a leopard, but it has a flower for a mane.
Oh, the Chimera.
No, not the Chimera. The Chimera is in book 2.
Oh, okay.
And the Chimera has a normal mane, fish scales, scorpion tail, cobra is part of its head, also has part of a leopard head, also has antlers
Okay.
of something.
All right.
We get it.
I think we get
And
the
by
idea.
the way, it has bull horns.
Bull horns.
Because
That's
it's a combination of all the different zodiacs.
Oh, and it has some rabbit fur on it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a combination of
All the zodiacs.
Okay. Well, let's.
Yes. What was your favorite character? / favorite mythological animal?
I got 3.
Go for it.
Pick one.
Let's hear it. Let's hear 'em.
Okay, so for character, Coraline's my favorite. But for animal, I like the omen and the chimera.
Okay.
And, so if I were to say this, then it'd be for the first book, my favorite character is Coraline, and my favorite animal is the omen. And then the second book, when it mentions the chimera, then the chimera is my favorite, and Coraline is
Okay.
Is it a chimera or a chupacabra?
chimera.
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 So, what's your most memorable thing about this story?
That I'll read it a million times because it's super fun.
Okay, well, memorable is what really stands out to you?
Why do you want to read it a million times?
Because it has super cool mystical animals in it.
Okay.
Like, if, a younger person was listening to this that was, younger than me and believed in unicorns, like a little girl, she would probably definitely want to read this book because, it would have all her favorite characters in it. It would have dragons, unicorns, some, different animals. Like, there's this one, it was part bunny and, part fox. It was super cool. It was like a fox with bunny ears. And then I saw this other one that was a bunny with snowy owl wings. It was
Cool.
super cute.
There's this one book series that I like. I can't really say the name of it because I don't remember it, but it has a book that's based off of it, and I think you'd like it because it's just a guidebook to all kinds of mythological monsters
Cool.
and creatures.
Is it Babysitter's Guides to Monster Hunting?
Not even close.
Well, that is a real book, though.
Okay.
Still, not
Well-
even close. Okay.
Is there anything different to the story is there anything different that you would change in the story of Sourceline?
No.
No?
I would have thought you would have changed the name from Sourceline to Soraline. just because you keep.
I just call it Soraline, okay? It doesn't matter how it's pronounced. If you want to call it Soraline, vote me. If you want to call it Soraline, vote them.
Okay.
No voting is actually done, so you can just write in the comments if you prefer.
Or tell the author.
Well, that is my book for 2023. Logan, what's your favorite book?
My favorite book that we did this year would be Wings of Fire, not the graphic novel, but the actual novel, book 2.
What attracted you to Wings of Fire book 2?
So this is a little different than most dragon books I've read. So instead of it being about the person who tames the dragon and rides them, it's actually about the dragons themselves. And these dragons can't understand the human.
I hate a book like that.
The human are like mice, and they squeak. And they call them scavengers, not humans.
Okay.
So this book doesn't really focus on humans at all. It just basically knocks them out of the picture. And it focuses on the dragons and their different adventures. You should check out the series.
Who is your favorite character?
My favorite character is Clay. He is a mud dragon.
Made of clay.
And no.
Okay.
And he's a normal dragon, but he was born from an egg colored blood red. Naturally turned blood red. When normal eggs aren't like that.
Interesting.
And so, after he's touched mud, not only can he heal like Percy Jackson when Percy touches water, but he's resistant to fire.
Cool. That'd be kind of neat to be resistant to fire. So what's the most memorable thing about the Wings of Fire book 2 that you read?
Well, this one was really cool because the main character that this starred was a sea dragon named Tsunami, and she loved this book where it was about a daughter who came back to her mother, her long lost mother, and became the queen. And that was her favorite story, and that happened to her in real life.
What do you mean in real life?
In the book, real life.
Oh, I see.
She kept reading this one scroll that she loved, and it turned out that scroll was written by her mother, and when her daughter came home, she would be made the queen.
I got it. Okay.
But somebody attacks her. And so the stories are her trying to figure it out.
Okay.
Is there anything you would change about this story?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, that is my favorite book of 2023. Dad, what was your favorite?
Well, I think my favorite book that we read is probably Jurassic Jeff.
That was super funny. Everyone should listen to the podcast. It was super funny.
One or two.
Stupid tongue face.
What do you mean 1 or 2?
Didn't we do 2?
No, 2 has to come out yet.
Oh.
Stupid tongue face.
Oh, and you should also check out the video that the author made himself and actually included some of our voices.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You have to check it out. You can check it out.
Add a link.
Yeah, so you can check it out on Instagram. I'll put the link in the show notes. But yeah, I really enjoyed Jurassic Jeff. It was a fun comic book or a graphic novel. Definitely geared towards kids. A lot of really great cartoon drawings to it. The line work. Yes. The kids really enjoyed the book. I think it's a fun read for anyone to pick up. It's actually going to have a sequel here in July, where we continue the adventures of Jurassic Jeff, who's a space alien that crash lands on Earth during the Jurassic era. Yep. And so he's trying to find the leader of the planet, not knowing that these are all dinosaurs, and there's no real big leader to take over the planet.
Besides, like a fish with human legs.
Yeah.
Fishhead is his name. His name is Fishhead.
No, I think his name was Jerry.
What attracted you most to this time?
What attracted me the most was I got a email from Random House telling me about Royd and Lepp's book, Jurassic Jeff, and it was recommended if you liked, what was that, Cat Kid Comic Club, and if you also liked, Investigators. So it was in that same vein. So I thought it'd be a great read for all of us. So.
Who was your favorite character?
I think my favorite character was probably Hungry. Oh no, Spike. Was it Spike? The one
Spike
that
was the purple one. Hungry was the blue one. Like, what was the name of the yellow one?
Well, the yellow one was Carl. But I liked I liked Spike because he acted a little bit like a dog. He was always smiling and having a good time.
No, his name is Droopy Tongue First.
Okay.
If you read the book, you'll love it.
Yes, I know. All right, well, that was my favorite book for 2023. Now for a little bit of the stats this year. Did you kids know that we have actually 40 episodes this year?
Wait, in just this year?
In just 2023, we made 40 episodes.
Well, that should be like our record and see if we can make more videos.
Yep, we can try to make more episodes.
Well, I think we would break the record this year because I have a ton of Choose Your Own Adventures that I want me and Dad podcast.
Okay.
27 books of the Unicorn Adventures and whatever Logan picks.
Gotcha. Did you know that out of those 40, we have done advanced reviews as well as interviews? And yeah, is there any interview or advanced review that you guys really enjoyed?
The Jurassic Jeff one. Wait, did we do a Jurassic Jeff one?
No, we didn't do an interview. We had an advanced review of it.
But it was fun though.
Yeah. What about you, Logan? Is there any interviews or advanced reviews that you really enjoyed?
I liked the interview of the new one, Squish and Squash.
Okay. Yeah, with Niall O'Rourke.
Yeah.
That was a fun interview.
And someone I do is Tui. Have you heard anything about that?
Haven't heard anything about that. I'm still working on that.
It's the author of my favorite book.
Tui T. Sutherland?
Yeah. She made Wings of Fire, my favorite book series.
Well, are there any ideas you guys have for some bonus episodes or special things you want to try this coming year for the podcast?
The Tui T. Sutherland thing?
Well, yeah. We'll try that. All right. Well, I think that's about it then, guys. If Melody doesn't have anything special that she wants to try doing this year with the podcast.
Maybe interview the person who made Unicorn Academy.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's go ahead and wrap up this episode then, guys. So, folks, thanks for listening to this episode of Comics with My Kids podcast. Check out more episodes at thecomicscornerbox.blogspot.com.
Leave us a rating and review at Apple Podcast or Podchaser.
Follow us on Twitter for all of our episode posts and new Comics with Kids.
Also, check out our Facebook page, Comics with My Kids, and Instagram.
Thanks, and have a great night.
That was my saying.
Yeah, well, Dad took mine.
Sorry. All right, Logan, you go ahead.